must be you and I. It's got me thinking about us more. It's these bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes.
Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Not Me, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art, and I am here as your host for I Am Smart, the quiz where people compete for the right to say I am smart. The format of this quiz is so incredibly simple, it's almost insulting to explain it to you, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a nice guy. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. It's got 3 rounds of questions, yeah? Then I'm going to give you 3 musings. Well, I'm going to give you 1 at the end of each round. 3 rounds of questions, 3 musings, and a bonus round at the end. 20 points overall. That's what's up for grabs, guys. All you'll need for this quiz, something to write with, something to write on, a brain for thinking, and an imaginosphere for imagining. Both will be tested here. Optional is a beverage. I've got a big canteen of water here because I do talk a lot and the throat does tend to dry up terribly. Whilst it's nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a toast around these here parts. It unites us as one, doesn't it? Unites us before our mental exertion. So here we go. That's advertising. They haven't paid me for it, so you shouldn't get it for free. To testing imaginospheres and to testing brains. And if it all goes wrong, to whomever we blame. Cheers. Farting TARDIS, thank you so much for... I don't even know what that is. Something with some kind of green heart and whatever it is, I love it. As the kids are saying, I'm here for it. Kids are saying, I'm hip, I'm there. Hello, Smarties. Hello, TB Douglas. Hello, Nana Hobbob. Hello, Definitely Not Duda, ready to learn. New girl, Sarah Kilch. Cheers. Cheers. Lovely to see so many people here. Didn't really have very many people last week, but that was absolutely fine. We nailed it. We stuck with it. We stuck with it. And we had a great time. And we're going to have a great time this week as well. I guarantee it. I hope you enjoyed learning about propaganda during that countdown, guys. A topic connected in some way to one of the round subjects this week. Ooh, intriguing. Intriguing. Now, propaganda is bad. We all know that. And it's often a little bit racist. But they say all's fair in love and war, don't they? They say all's fair in love and war. You would think, therefore, that it would follow that producing propaganda posters about a love rival in order to curry favour with a young woman at university would be fair game. But they do not go down well. Trust me on that. And they weren't even racist, so she couldn't have even been... even though he was... My thanks as ever to Wikipedia for providing the information. Shall we quiz? Let's quiz. Well, we don't know what we're going to be quizzing yet, do we? Because we have to go for a little bit of a poll. So, this should hopefully show up in the chat and work well. Yes, a poll has opened. Choose your rounds. So it's exclamation point, vote. And then you follow that with yay, look, artiste, nart, would, or gimme to vote. Those are your options. So it's yay or nay, look close, artiste spotlight, nart, not me would, and gimme 5. TB Douglas has voted gimme, and TB actually, as the high point scorer of last week's quiz, actually gets to pick one, and we definitely have to do it. So it seems like gimme 5, although I think you can vote multiple times. Let's not be limited by a single vote. Let's just, let's honour the democratic process by voting as many times as we can. Do we want some voting music? Should we do some voting music? Oh, I can see the rounds going on here. Oh no, I see. I see what's happening. So, yeah, you do actually only get one vote, so any subsequent votes that you have done have overridden the previous votes. So it is pretty much just one. So, Killer, if you want to vote, it's got to be exclamation mark, vote, space, Nart, if you want to vote for Nart. That's how it counts. No, absolutely fine. So, TB, technically you do have a second vote because Gimme 5 is already in there. So, okay, interesting. Okay. So this is going well. Less than a minute to go. Farting TARDIS, yet to hear from you, my friend. But would love to get that vote if you're able to do it. Maybe 3 minutes is too long. Who knows? We're still working our way through it. Exciting. 20 seconds left. I think everybody has voted. And this is working better on this side than it was last time, so hopefully it's going to come up within the... Or maybe it'll just only show up for me. 7, 6. Such technical advancements, truly a testament to the quality of the live tainment. Nana, that's exactly what I wanted to hear from you, baby. Poll over. So what have we got? So gimme 5. That was definitely in there. This is too loud, I think, isn't it? You can probably turn this off now. So gimme 5, that's definitely in. There were 3 votes for Nart. Everybody loves a bit of Nart, even though it's the only one that isn't about art. Interesting. And then 2 for RT Spotlight. So we have our 3 rounds, guys. We have RT Spotlight, we have Nart, and we have Gimme 5. Very exciting. Killer Kilch quizzing in front of a plate of steak, potatoes, and asparagus. Hashtag defecated to not me. Ignore hashtag. I'll try to, but it might be tricky. That might come to me at some point. Maybe when I'm trying to get to sleep. And I'll... defecated to not me. Really got to be careful with these hashtags, guys, because there can be real world consequences. That is art. That is art. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That is art, or that is... I wouldn't have enjoyed Moby Dick anywhere near as much had Herman Melville not been so knowledgeable about the controversial art of whaling. The bloody scumbag. Artists need to know about the world around them, okay? Not just art. And so, I present this round about not art. N-art. Nart. Nart. But what's this Nart round really all about? Well, this week, it's about flowers. It's about flowers, guys. 5 questions about flowers. They're facts, yeah? It's nothing about art. It's simply about nature. Nature. Let's see how much you know about flowers, guys. Let's see how much you know about flowers. Question number 1. The part of a flower that receives the pollen in pollination is called the stigma. But what part produces pollen? In some parts of the world, they will call these the female part and the male part, the receiver and the giver. Or, in my experience with women, the giver and the taker. Sorry, that was a bit negative. Nanohobob, true, a common subject of art, but anything can be a subject of art. Here's the thing. Anything can be a subject of art. I can't control that. I can't control that. All I can control are the subjects in NART, which basically boils down to maths, science, geography, geology, which I suppose would be counted under science, and history. That's generally what the NART, what encompasses NART. Yeah. Science and nature, history, geography, maths. Very rare a maths one. Not a lot of things without just being multiplication, which might not be particularly interesting. Question 2? Sure, okay. In 17th century Netherlands, which flower's bulb was more valuable than gold? In 17th century Netherlands, which flower's bulb was more valuable than gold? Oh, I do like quizzing with you guys. Can I tell you that? Can I be vulnerable in that way? I do enjoy quizzing with you guys. I love the Most Week show. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But it's such a lovely compliment, a complimentary experience, shall we say, with I am SmART. Just a little bit more chilled. Just a little bit more chilled. Yeah? I enjoyed immensely. Thank you so much for joining me on this tumultuous Tuesday evening. They're all tumultuous. Question number 3. When Vikings invaded Scotland, they were slowed down by patches of a certain type of flower, later made the national flower of Scotland. What flower is it? What flower is it? National flower of Scotland. One would assume thick enough to slow down Vikings. And there's not a lot that will slow those chaps down. Question number 4. From what flower does opium originate? wouldn't be doing my job as an educator as well as an entertainer if I didn't remind you guys, nothing good comes out of opium. Don't do it. Don't take it. No need for it. You know? Just really kills your productivity. And, I mean, it's the 21st century. Who's going to get their hands on any opium anyway? Streamlabs. If you're enjoying Not Me Show, feel free to follow, subscribe, give them some sweets, or at the very least just give them a compliment, yeah? Thanks, Streamlabs. Nobody told you to say that, but sure. Killer Kilch. Other Kilch tells me I am not doing well at avoiding opium or at the quiz. One of them's just a bit of fun. The other one, you know, will affect your life in much more serious fashion. Which of these is not the real name of a flower? Clown shoe, hooker's lips, happy alien, naked man orchid, swaddled babies. Clown shoe, hooker's lips, happy alien, naked man orchid, swaddled babies. Guess I'll be learning. That's fine. That's absolutely fine for an effective quizzing. What did you get out of this quiz? I learnt a lot, actually. That's an evening well spent. I am H.O. Which of these is not the real... So 4 of these are real flowers. One of them I made up. Clown shoe, hooker's lips, happy alien, naked man, orchid, swaddle babies. Nana Hobble, believe in yourself, Killer Kilch. That's lovely. That's lovely. Some inter-smarty cajoling and boosting. Yeah? That's lovely. That's a lovely thing to say. Trying with 3 purple hearts. Guys, you're going to get me misty. That's the end of the questions for the NART round. Are we done with the round? Never! Of course not. That's an M. It stands for musing. Musing is invent a flower, describe its appearance, give it a name, and give a bouquet to someone. Invent a flower, describe its appearance, give it a name, and give a bouquet to someone. You could also consider, why are you giving a bouquet to someone? You know? You give a bouquet of roses to somebody, it's saying, excuse me, I'd like to be your spouse. If you give some orchids to someone, often that can mean, I'm sorry for your loss. What else? If you give a bouquet of buttercups or dandelions to someone, then it could say, I am, or I have the mental age of a 5-year-old. There's different messages that a bouquet of flowers can give. Consider that with your creations. Invent a flower, describe its appearance, give it a name, give it a bouquet to someone. Who are you giving it to? Who are you giving it to? Is there a backstory to these flowers? Oh, we could go deep in this. And feel free to go as deep as you want, guys. I will accept up to a 500-word essay with this one. Let your imagination run wild and free. As we go back to Maine. Round 1 done, guys. Round 1 done. We're already a third of the way through. And that makes me a little bit upset. A little bit upset. What does that mean? Complete. Oh, and it shows up on the there. Well, it's, yeah, okay. Well, that's why we did it first. We ready for the second one? Yeah, we're ready for the second one. Let's do it. Game recognizes game, guys. As an artiste, you have to be willing to shine a light on the work of other artists and be nice about it. Because that way, if they want to be polite, and God knows I hope they do, they have to say nice stuff about your art. Yeah? I will say, not a single artiste that we have done an artiste spotlight round on so far has said anything nice about my art, which is a little bit of a shame, but can't force it. Can't force it. Can't force it. This week, the spotlight falls on Lucy. Lucy, my darling. Oh, Lucy, how are you today? Are you well? She's well. She's well. She's doing real, real well. That's great. That's great. What's that? What's that, Lucy? What's that, Lucy? You have a joke? Lucy has a joke for us, everybody. How lovely. Tell us a joke. Did you hear the one about the constipated mathematician? No, Lucy. She worked it out with a pencil. It's a little off colour, Lucy. I'm not sure you've really read the room appropriately with that, but that's fine. Comedy's difficult. That's why I don't even attempt it. Don't even attempt it. But a nice, feminist, I suppose, twist on a joke. One would assume that the mathematician would be a man, but she's turned that on its head. You wouldn't expect it, would you? You wouldn't expect such an exquisite form to produce such unpleasantness. Never mind though, Lucy. Still very pleased that you joined us. Still very always a joy to see you, isn't it, boys and girls? Always a joy to see you. Thank you very much, Lucy. But we need to meet the real artiste now. Not that you're not an artiste. Okay, I'll see you next time. Take care. Wow, that was a little little orcs there. Gosh, I need a little drink of. Worked it out with a. Ooh. Here we go. Artiste, the spotlight falls on. Turn around, will you? We need to be able to see your face. Put a shirt on! For Christ's sake, there we go. Yes, it's Bruce. It's Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen. Here we go. Thank you, Lucy. I mean, people, Killer Kilch, oh dear. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with oh dear. A little shame. A little shame. I mean, she's not known for her comedy, to be fair. She's not known for her comedy. Did you have any jokes? No, Bruce's jokes would be pretty off colour as well. I mean, he's just a New Jersey boy. He's just a New Jersey guy, just salt of the earth, just kind of down to earth kind of guy. Yeah. How much do you know about Bruce Springsteen? Let's dive in. Question number 1. What is Bruce Springsteen's nickname? I'm starting off easy, guys. Starting off easy. If you're drawing a blank with this one, this could be a long round. Question number 2. What is the name of the band of which Bruce Springsteen is the front man? What is the name of the band of which Bruce Springsteen is the front man? The frontman. What is the name of the band of which Bruce Springsteen is the frontman? How's the connection so far? Anybody had any jitters? Looks like it's okay. Question number 3. Bruce Springsteen is 1 award away from earning an EGOT. Killer Kilch, thank you very much for the feedback. That's exactly what I definitely want you to have been great over here. All good here. Guys, that's some Bruce Springsteen music to my ears. Bruce Springsteen is 1 award away from earning an EGOT. What award eludes him? I'm not even gonna. I think it would be too much for me to even. I think we've talked about EGOTs before, so you could be able to call on past knowledge to get at least. It's going to be one of the 4, and realistically, knowing what they are, it's going to be one of the 3. But which is it? Which is it? Question number 4. Collection 1973 to 2012, Bruce Springsteen's 2013 Greatest Hits album features 18 tracks. I want you to name any 3 of them. 18 tracks. Presumably from the title of the album that were released between 1973 and 2012. Its Greatest Hits featured 18 tracks. I want any 3 of them. Just a sixth of the album. That's all I need. Give me 3 and I'll be happy. You get your point, guys. You can give me more if you want. If you want a bit of swagger. Do you want a bit of swagger? You can have a bit of swagger if you want. I'll give you an extra moment with that one. Give you an extra moment. Trying a little preview of this week's Most Week show. It's only a little one. That's it. That's it. You don't even know. You don't even know. And question number 5. Bruce Springsteen gave advice as a figment of one character's imagination in the 2000 film High Fidelity. Who played the character in whose imagination Bruce appeared? I'm going to read that one out again because it's simpler than it sounds, but I have worded it quite complicatedly. Bruce Springsteen gave advice as a figment of one character's imagination in the 2000 film High Fidelity. Who played the character in whose imagination Bruce appeared? And that's the end of the questions in this one, but we're going to have a musing. It's harder to do with my left hand. I don't know why. Which sport could you beat Bruce Springsteen at? What sport could you beat Bruce Springsteen at? There might be multiple sports. Just pick one. Just pick one. TB Douglas, is he good at sports? I've got no idea. I've got no idea. So you've got to be pretty. I mean, he's a real kind of hero of the working class. So kind of, you know, some American football. I imagine he's probably played in the past, probably in like a kind of a dirty side street, playing with a like an old loaf of bread that's gone hard or something. And but they're all just beating each other up. But then they just go to the pub afterwards, or whatever Americans call pubs, bars, drinking holes, saloons. If you're looking for some statistics, Bruce Springsteen, he's 5'10". He's 5'10". He is 71 years old, and he weighs 72 kilos, and he's a Libra. So if any of those give you any hints as to what sports you think he might be better or worse at, TB Douglas, right, got it, perfect. That's what I was after. Good, okay, cool. Back to Maine, yeah. So every week we have the classic 4, the big 4. The big 4. There are a lot of big 4s. The Beatles, Seasons, Chambers of the Heart. But the big 4 in this quiz, Yay or Nay, Look Close, RT Spotlight, and Nart. And then each week now, you get a choice of two kind of rando rounds. Yeah. And obviously they're only going to change if you pick them. And this week we had Notme Quiz, which wasn't picked, so that'll go on to the next one. But we also had Gimme Fives. This is a new round. This is never before played, so pretty exciting. Thank you very much to TB for choosing this. I hope you're not disappointed. Gimme Five! That's right. So the basic gist of this one is that I'm not going to give you 5 questions. No. I'm going to give you 1 question. But it's got 5 potential answers. Well, it's got more than 5 answers. I'll be honest with you. This one could be quite easy depending on what your particular tastes are. Okay, so basically, the rando topic is dance, contest, dances. Dance, contest, dances. So, I was just going to go with dances, but I thought that was too vague. It's too vague. So I decided to specify it into dance contests. One for the UK, one for the US. The UK, that is art. Thanks, Kilch. Thanks, Killer. I really do appreciate that. It's, I work really hard on these rounds, and to have that before you've even done it is a real thrill to me. Okay? So in the UK, they have Strictly Come Dancing, which is teaming up a professional ballroom or a Latin dancer with a celebrity. Generally kind of B or C list celebrity. And then they dance a variety of dances, and one gets voted off each week. The American equivalent is Dancing with the Stars. Same thing, but just a little bit more bronzer. Better teeth, generally. In each of those dance competitions, the most recent series of both of those, I've compiled a list of both of them, the celebrities and dancers would dance certain types of dance. Now, there's like 17 of these, so this could be quite easy. I need you to give me 5 of those. Okay? Give me 5. Name 5 styles of dance that featured in the most recent series of either Dancing with the Stars or Strictly Come Dancing. Because there are some that were on Dancing with the Stars that weren't on Strictly, and some on Strictly that weren't on Dancing with the Stars. But I'll take either. And like I say, I think there's about 17 of these, so it's quite a lot. And while you're doing that, I think we're just going to have a bit of a dance. We're clubbing right now if you want us to be, Killer. It's a state of mind clubbing, especially when no one invites you. It's a lesson I've had to learn over the years. Chosen to learn. Wonderful. That was nice. That was nice. I enjoyed that a lot. Thank you for indulging me in that, guys. And that's the only question. Give me 5. You're going to get 1 point for each correct one that you are able to list. And that's it. That's the simplicity of Gimme 5. Okay? It's kind of all or nothing. A little bit, I like to think. But we still get amusing. That's the positive. Still get amusing. Girl Zero Kilch, I like this round. I'm glad. I was quite pleased when I thought of it. Partly because I thought it would test you. Partly because I thought it would force you to think about things a little bit more creatively, perhaps. Because it's just, you're having to... It's less specific. It's a little bit more thinky, a little bit more abstract. And also it means that I don't have to write 5 more questions. Let's go with amusing. If you could learn one dance perfectly, which dance would you learn? And now this could be one of those styles that we were talking about before, or it could be a very specific dance from a very specific piece of art that you know and love, perhaps. So it's entirely up to you. Entirely up to you, okay? Or just a particular dance move that you really like. If you could lance marbles in my mouth. If you could learn one dance perfectly, which dance would you learn? And that's the end of the questions, guys. That's the end of the questions. Almost. I mean, there's one more in the bonus round, but we won't talk about that quite yet. Instead, just to give us a little bit of a breather in between the rounds, let's see about this. Write me a poem about Easter. It's that simple. And obviously there's, 2 main halves to Easter, Jesus half and bunny half. Either one's fine. I'm not favouring one over the other. But if you want to combine the two, absolutely fine as well. Just do what you want to. Bunny Jesus. There we go. It is absolutely an Acolyte Poetry Corner week this week on the Most Week Show. Just write a poem about Easter. It's that easy. It's that easy, guys. Email, yeah, it's right there. I am Notme, I am art@gmail.com. Do you want a free fact of the week? Yeah, I'll give you a free fact of the week. Just before we start going through these answers. Pandas poop 4/5 of what they eat. They only eat bamboo, which is very difficult to digest, and so they have to eat 30 pounds of it each and every day, thank you for that, to survive. Because there's not that much nutrients from it. They can't get that much nutrients. Also, they don't mate easily. Seems like nature's really trying to kill them off, but we just won't let it happen because they're so cute. Yet again, good-looking people get all the best treatment. It's not fair, but it's true. We do. Girls Sarah Kilch, they also eat 16 hours a day. I learned that from my cereal box this morning. Anywhere that you can learn from is a great place to learn from. That's great, learning it from the cereal box. Fantastic. 16 hours a day. Hi diddly dee, a panda's life for me. Let's get on with these answers then, shall we? Started off with the Nart round. What was the musing? Invent a flower, describe its appearance, give it a name, give a bouquet to somebody. Don't tell me. Don't say it out loud. I can't hear that. Get it in the chat, guys. Come on, while we go through some of the answers to these questions. Question 1. The part of the flower that receives the pollen, steals, takes, hoards the pollen, is called the stigma. But what is the part that produces the pollen? What is the giver, the male part? It is the stamen, the stigma and the stamen. 1 point for that, if you got it. Question number 2. In 17th century Netherlands, very key here, which flower's bulb was more valuable than gold? Tulips. Of course, Netherlands, very famous for their tulips. They even had a name for this. It's kind of the early to mid 17th century in the Netherlands, and certain kind of buying thing. I didn't really understand it, but the price shot up. Tulips are super duper valuable. They called it tulip mania, which sounds very exciting. Very exciting. A little bonus fact for you there. When Vikings invaded Scotland, they were slowed down by patches of a certain type of flower, later made the national flower. of Scotland. What flower is it? It is, of course, the thistle. The thistle. That's what the Scots would say. Thistle. That's the thistle. Well done if you got that. Question number 4. From which flower does opium originate? It is the poppy, of course. It's the poppy. Tribute to World War I. A lot of opium in there. It all makes sense. And then the final question of this round. Which of these is not the real name of a flower? Clown shoe, hooker's lips, happy alien, naked man orchid, or swaddle babies? It is clown shoe. Clown shoe, yes. Hooker's lips, happy alien, naked man orchid, and swaddle babies are all very real flowers. Who'd have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Well done if you got any of those right. Some of those are pretty tricky. 1 point each. Musings. Invent a flower, describe its appearance, give it a name, and give a bouquet to someone. Let's go to the chat. Let's go to the chat here. TB Douglas goes for a star flower. That's lovely. It grows to around 6 feet tall. It's reaching for the stars. That's lovely. Bright red with a deep purple middle. I would give a bouquet to my mailman, who is always smiley and friendly. Well, it sounds like he deserves it. Sounds like he deserves it. Not sure I'd necessarily appreciate a whole bouquet of those. If they are growing to 6 feet tall, that's a heck of a weight for him to carry. If he's a mailman, he's probably already got quite a lot on his plate, but I'm sure he'd at least appreciate the gesture, TB. At least appreciate the gesture. That's lovely. Your girl Sarah Kilch says, slender grass-like, very thin black flower, stick-like in appearance, yet velvety, normally given to those receiving a promotion. Ooh, sounds like a very dramatic flower. Kind of flower that, whilst you are giving to say, well done for your promotion, it'd be difficult to give with a smile. Just this kind of thrust, these kind of black, velvety wreaths at somebody. Congratulations on your promotion. I think you'll be a great manager. But, sometimes people get really intense about jobs. So, it makes sense. That's nice. That's nice. TB Douglas, oh, now I think I've misunderstood the musing. No, you haven't, TB. That was a lovely answer, starflower. Starflower reaching for the stars, 6 feet tall. Give a bouquet to the mailman, always smiley and friendly. Here you go, pal. Here you go. Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? You've got the weight. You can take the weight. You can take the weight. You can take the weight. Off he goes in his little van. Not misunderstood at all. Nana Hob of Sleepy Basset Hounds. I like it already. The petals are droopy and serene. I would give a bouquet to definitely not Duda. Nana! Gosh, you're going to give me diabetes, dude, because you're just too sweet. That's lovely. Droopy and serene. That's nice. That's nice. Just drooping over your hand like a melted ice cream. Here you go, definitely. Is that not... Might not be punky enough for definitely. Might not be hardcore enough for definitely. I mean, we know what definitely's like. But it's your funeral. Duda's noses, says definitely. Small and pink with larger outer petals that are grey and white striped. That's nice. I like that. Like the kind of dual petal colourage. That's lovely. I'd give a bouquet to my friend who's having a hard time. Yeah. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. I got you some Duda's noses. Thanks, definitely. These are really helping me get through my hard time. That's lovely. That's really nice. Gosh, what a great question this was to elicit such niceness from what a, generally quite a nice bunch. But I feel like I've dialed it up a notch. That's lovely. TB, what was the answer to number 2? I don't know. Oh, tulips. Tulips is Netherlands. They love their tulips. Killer Kilch, Starfleur. Just kind of the same as TB's, just a little bit more exotic. Beautifully purple. I'd give it to Jesus. Jesus or Jesus. I don't know which one's Jesus or Jesus. But either, maybe Jesus would appreciate them more. Jesus, I don't know. He often seemed, Pooch Jesus, he has often seemed slightly indifferent to the flowers that I have brought home, I would say. Slightly indifferent. He likes a sniff. Hopefully the starflower would have a lovely aroma that would keep him happy all day long. Wish I'd invented the clown shoes. Yeah, I imagine. I was quite pleased with coming up with that name. I imagine they would be quite fun, pretty colourful, but maybe a bit smelly by the end of the day. Points all round, guys. That was great. What do we have next? RT Spotlight. Artist Spotlight. So the musing was. Yes, no, we got it, Lucy. We got it. We just trying to keep things PG. Okay, sweetheart? Try another joke next time. Absolutely. So the thing with very pretty people is they're not often used to disappointment. What sport could you beat Bruce Springsteen at? Get it in the chat. TB, write a sport in there. Killer, write that same sport but in French. There we go. Question number 1. What is Bruce Springsteen's nickname? Of course it is. It's the boss, Bruce Springsteen. Very boss. Hugo Boss. Boston. Question number 2. What is the name of the band of which Bruce Springsteen is the front man? It is, of course, the E Street Band. The E Street Band. And a wonderful band they are too, I would imagine. Even if they can't quite afford to live up on A or B streets. Question number 3. Bruce Springsteen is 1 award away from earning an EGOT. What award eludes him? EGOT, of course, being an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Grammy, he's got tons. He's got so many of them, he just uses them for digging and holding doors closed and paperweights and stuff. I don't know what to do with them. He has an Oscar for his song "On the Streets of Philadelphia" from the film Philadelphia. And he also has a Tony as well for something. I can't remember what it is. So it is the Emmy that eludes him. He's been nominated a couple of times for a couple of televised shows or whatever. But he hasn't quite got that Emmy yet. But once he does, and I'm sure he will, he'll have that EGOT. Question number 4. Collections 1973 to 2012. Bruce Springsteen's 2013 Greatest Hits album features 18 tracks. Name 3 of them. Loads. I'm going to read these out. Any 3 of these will get you that 1 point. Any 3 of these. Rosalita, parentheses, come out tonight. Thunder Road, Born to Run, Badlands, The Promised Land, Hungry Heart, Atlantic City, Born in the USA, Dancing in the Dark, Brilliant Disguise, Human Touch, Streets of Philadelphia, The Ghost of Tom Joad, The Rising, Radio Nowhere, Working on a Dream, We Take Care of Our Own, and I Came in Like a Wrecking Ball. Didn't realise he did the original of that, but there we go. We're all learning, aren't we? And so any 3 of those will get you the points. If I had to guess, I think you might have got Born to Run. You may have got Born in the USA, of course. Dancing in the Dark, the one with Courtney Cox in the video. And, of course... and finally, Bruce Springsteen gave advice as a figment of one character's imagination in the 2000 film High Fidelity. Who played the character in whose imagination Bruce appeared? It was, of course, the lead in that film, Mr. John Cusack. Well done if you got any of those. Bruce is... I found it surprisingly difficult to come up with those questions, considering Bruce is such an icon. But there we go. You know, some people playing their cards close to their vest. What sport could you beat Bruce Springsteen at? Let's go to the chat. You girl Sarah Kilch could beat him at the sport of living because I'm younger. Bit of a burn on Bruce there. Bit of a burn on Bruce. Am I going to accept it? Judge's ruling? Are we accepting it? They're telling me we're accepting it. Well done. Yeah, absolutely. You are younger than Bruce, and so you are beating him at the sport of living. Well done. Definitely not due to croquet. He's too working class for croquet. He'd use a croquet mallet in a very ungentlemanly way, I imagine, to like smash up a burning car or something, or just break over his knee so some rich dude couldn't play croquet at a later date. So I imagine you could beat him at croquet. Definitely, that's great. I like that. Killer Kilch, long jump. Ooh, that's bold. I mean, I guess again, 71 years old. I mean, I'm sure he keeps match fit for his concerts or gigs. But hey, maybe you're a great long jumpist, Killer. And if so, fair play to you. Nana Hobbob, Greco-Roman wrestling. Okay, looking to get him in a bit of a triple quartered Nelson and bend him up. Get him in the singlet. All bets are off. Maybe he just feeling a little bit self-conscious because he's. I imagine Bruce is the kind of guy who, he's 71 years old. He hasn't been out of denim for the last 67 years of his life. He's just every day. What denim are we wearing today? What jeans are we wearing? What jean jacket are we wearing? What jean waistcoat, perhaps, or vest, as Americans would say. So yeah, put him in a singlet. He's like, I don't know how this feels. Could work. I like it. TB, table tennis. Played in a lot of kind of prisons and such. Youth centres to keep kids off the streets. That seems like a kind of Brucey kind of vibe. But again, the knowledge that I'm lacking from this situation is your inherent skill, TB, with a ping pong paddle. And if you think you could beat him at table tennis, I'm not going to stand here and disagree with you. So well done. Killer Kilcher's like, Bruce is here. It's pretty good. It's pretty good impression. TB Douglas, those are the exact three that I had. See, I know you guys now, and I'm amazing at table tennis. Then I imagine you could. I mean, Bruce isn't going to be amazing at it, is he? He's too cool to be trying too hard at something like that. No, he has his guitar slung over his shoulder, cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and the blood of a love rival on his knuckles. That's Bruce. Beard down his shirtless. Ugh, Bruce. You girl Sarah Kilch. I only know Bruce Springsteen because of his daughter on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. So his daughter is on The Real Housewives. I mean, he is old, isn't he? You think, oh, his daughter. Oh, wow. But his daughter could feasibly be, in her late 50s. He's working class. They breed young. And then the final round. Points all round for that. Points all round. Absolutely. Well done. Give me 5. The musing. If you could learn one dance perfectly, which dance would you learn? Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat, please. Name 5 styles of dance that featured in the most recent series of either Dancing with the Stars or Strictly Come Dancing. I'm going to need 5 of these, guys. I'm going to need 5 of these. Are we feeling confident? Who knows? American Smooth, Argentine Tango, the Cha-Cha-Cha, the Charleston, Contemporary, Foxtrot, Freestyle, Jazz, Jive, Paso Doble, Quickstep, Rumba, Salsa, Samba, Show Dance, Street, Tango, Viennese Waltz, or just a regular old waltz. Any 5 of those will get you 5. Well, no. Any of those will get you a point up to 5. So if you just wrote down Cha-Cha-Cha and Jazz, you get 2 points. Jive and Paso Doble and Russian dancing, that's still only going to get you 2. Okay? Maximum of 5, but a point for each one you got right. Okay? It is easier. It is easier for me. So I'm going to leave that on just for a couple of seconds, just while you go through them. Definitely not due to like to perfectly learn Highland dance. That's good. That's good. Highland dance. Lots of jumping. Lots of pointed toes. Kilt action. Yeah, I don't know a huge amount about it, but I mean, largely I'd imagine from the Highland people, the Highlanders, largely just designed to keep warm. So it'd be a very functional and very useful dance to have in certain situations, definitely. If you're on the Oregon coast, the breeze rolls in, the sun goes in, it's all getting a bit cold. Roasting. Just glistening with sweat within seconds. Maybe. Killer Kilch. Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson. Is that the kind of the military one with the cap? And the... Oh, yeah. I mean, Janet... Say what you love about Janet, but she you know, she doesn't want to share everything with Michael. But dance-wise, they're really like two peas in a pod. Really like two peas in a pod. They're both just interested in how the body moves. That's a great shout. That's a great shout. And again, it kind of has that, tells that story of a young killer sitting on the sofa, watching the music video for that. Just, if only. Wonderful. That kind of youthful dreaming. Beautiful stuff. Nana Hobob, Samba. Got to move those hips, baby. Got to move those hips. Because I believe, from my experience of watching Strictly Come Dancing, the ladies will go mad for a chap who can move his hips. So from a kind of, you know, mating situation or a romance situation, you just... like Neo in the Matrix with all the Smiths, just get up, because your hips are going and they're just all these Hugo Weavings running towards you like, I just want to kiss you, Nana. That's a situation. Gelther Kilch, ignore that. I was thinking of Mellencamp. Easy mistake to make. Gelther Kilch, dance and Save the Last Dance. That's largely, as I recall, I haven't seen the film in quite some time, but it's largely Julia Stiles moving her shoulders. Because she gets urban music now, even though she's good at ballet. It was ballet, now it's urban because she's cool. She was white, now she's a little bit less white. Sociologically, societally, yeah? That's a good shout. TB Douglas, Singing in the Rain tap dance. It looks super fun. It does look super fun, yeah. And again, just that tap, just being able to just bring that out. I feel like tap's a very kind of socially acceptable one. If you can just bust that out a little bit, you're not going to walk around with your taps on, obviously. You're not insane. But just to be able to bust that out a little bit. If you're on you walk into some kind of restaurant, it's a lovely hardwood floor, and just a little something as you walk to the table, and people are like, TB's one to watch. This is a fun person that I need to get to know. Perfect Save the Last Dance. Nailed it. Yep. Killer Kilch, I'll send you my shoes. Nice. We're having exchanges of shoes going on here, guys. Exchanges of shoes. Gosh, and that's all the things, right? Oh my gosh. We've all got all the points that we're going to get, right? Right? Wrong. Minute to win it, guys. Minute to win it. I'm going to write down on this piece of card. I'm going to write down the answer that I'm thinking of. So you can see that it's legit. You can see that there's a bit of drama to it, a bit of theatre to it. So this is obviously very straightforward. Minute to win it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I've just written down an answer here. And your job, guys, is just to guess what that answer is, okay? When you comment on things, it's going to show up to this side, just so we can see that there's no tomfoolery going on, okay? Are we ready for a minute to win it? All of test, there we go. Each guess has to be in its own answer. So you can guess as many times as you like in that minute, but each one has to be in its own thing. Guess, enter, guess, enter, guess, enter. Okay? We're ready. We're ready. I sense we're ready. Oh my God. Oh my God. And we're going to do the full minute and then I'm going to reveal the answer. I feel like that's more exciting. Okay, so you just got to keep going. Friends characters that aren't the main 6 characters. Any other Friends characters. From the sitcom Friends, F.R.I.E.N.D.S. Carol, Gunther, Janice, Stu, The Apartment, Marcel. A couple of people going for Marcel there. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Mr. Heckles, the downstairs neighbour, the crazy downstairs neighbour. Less than 30 seconds to go, guys. Let's make sure we get it. Smelly Cat, Ben, these are great. More. Dr. Green. Ooh, okay, definitely. I see you. I see you. Ugly Naked Guy, says Sarah. Barry, says TB. That's good. That's a minute done. Judy. Too late, TB. Although that's great as well. And the winner. Oh, Jack Geller. That's a good one as well. That's a good one as well. I can tell you that somebody won. And that somebody was definitely not Duda. Definitely not Duda gets those bonus 2 points that could just make all the difference. Well done. Oh, that's... I mean, it's... I don't mean to speak out of turn, but that's the most exciting minute of my week. There it is. I said it. I said it. That is art, isn't it, killer? See, they show up there, and then one would assume at some point they're going to show up here. Are they? Are they? There they are. There they are. Yes. So tot up your scores, guys. Tot up your scores. And whilst you do tot up your scores there, I want to remind you that in this quiz, aside from the yay or nay subject choice, or the picking around subject, I need to change that from normal, from picking around, you're only competing against yourself, okay? There's no point threshold to being smart here. If you've got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, you are smart. And if you're watching this on YouTube, not live, in the future, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you did, and also give this video a thumbs up. That'd be a lovely thing to do as well. How are we doing? Gosh, some great scores here. Nana Hobbob 15. Sarah Kilch 14, Killer Kilch 14, definitely 15, TB 15. Wow, so close. All just 15s and 14s. Now, normally we would have a tiebreaker in this situation. I would put it to the group. I'm going to put it to the group. And I'm only going to, this won't apply all the time because it might not necessarily work out. It kind of does this time. I wonder whether definitely should get the tie-break victory because of the minute to win it victory. How do we feel about this? How do we feel about this? Killer says yes. TB finds it to be acceptable. Nana finds it to be acceptable too. Good. Then definitely Well done. You are the high point scorer. I'm not going to say the winner because I kind of think we're all winners. Here. But you are the high point scorer, which means that next week, for the landmark 30th episode, Definitely Not Duda will be able to pick one round of the quiz and nobody can say boo, even if it's one that nobody else wants to play. That's the power that Definitely has for getting the high points. Gosh, that was a great quiz. Hour and 8. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for joining me, for engaging with this quiz, for creating a whole series of flowers, for mastering some dances, and really just kicking Bruce Springsteen's ass at a whole variety of sports. Gosh, what a wonderful week it's been. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. And I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I want to say to you that I am not me. I want to say to you that I am art. And I hope that you'll join me next week, same time, same place, to learn about some more art and improve as artists. And have another opportunity to say to yourself, I am smart. Guys, cheers.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though Prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.